Hi, I'm Joe Gold, and I'm continuing to talk about how I put together the feature film Desperate Acts of Magic. Our second day of shooting was in October of 2010. We had to shoot a phone call. Now, phone calls are one of the least interesting things that you can put into a screenplay. So what you want to do if you really need a phone call is try to make the phone call as active as possible. The two sides of the phone call, think about what are those people doing besides just being on the phone. So I had a phone call where on one side of the phone call it was me playing a magician. I'm in a tuxedo going to a show and I'm pumping gas. Talking to another character, Steve, played by Jonathan Levitt, who is getting a manicure. So there's three ways you can shoot a phone call. A studio will generally shoot one side of the phone call and then they'll shoot the other side of the phone call. It could be on two totally different days, and frequently it does not sound like the two people are actually talking to each other because they're not. The way that a movie like Hump Day handled a phone call, Hump Day was an improvised movie, so it's very hard to edit if you shoot it separately because it's an improvised conversation. So the way they handled it is with two camera crews working simultaneously. They're shooting they're actually on the phone with each other. The phone call is real, and there's one camera crew with sound and camera, and then another camera crew with sound and camera, two different places, same phone call. Okay? That was a little too expensive for us. We didn't have that much crew. I didn't want to have to rent that much equipment. Kind of making that all happen would be tricky. And one of our locations we didn't have permission to be in, so it was sort of guerrilla, and we didn't want to have to wait for both locations to be ready at the same time. So the way we handled it is we shot the phone call at the first location and we shot the phone call at the second location. The phone call was always real. We were always really on the phone talking to each other. We had sound on both sides of the phone call, but we had camera only on one side. So I'm at the gas station, I'm on the phone, camera's on me, Jonathan's in a car nearby, mic'd up, talking to me on the phone. Then we go and we do the manicure scene where he's getting his nails done. He's out by the pool on the phone, camera's on him. I'm around the corner on the phone with sound, but no camera. That way, it gives it a more natural quality when people say and it's a real phone call, so you're able to capture that real phone call feel. I said we didn't have permission for one of the locations. The other location was this gas station, and how do you get permission for a gas station? I mean, really? Are they really going to close down the gas station for you? I mean, how much money is that going to take to have your car blocking a gas pump and crew around and cameras? Who knows? I didn't even want to try. I think we did talk to one gas station, but they were giving us a hard time. So what we did was we found a gas station, a privately owned gas station that opened late on Sunday morning. I think they opened at 8 a.m. and the sun was rising at about 7 o'clock. We got there at 6:45 in the morning. We started shooting after the sun rose, and we got the hell out of there at 7:45. And we had scoped out this place several weeks in advance, and we'd seen that the employees showed up like 10 of, 5 of. So we got out of there a quarter of, we got in and out, and we got our shot without permission. So I think that covers the second day of shooting. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks.